England isn't exactly known for its sunny weather, so I thought I'd talk about some of my favorite things to do in England, maybe specifically concentrating on London when it is raining outside. So I've had beautiful days, I've had not so great days, but beautiful thing about London, especially and the surrounding areas, there's so much that you can do indoors. So one of the first things I like to do when I'm in England or specifically London and it's raining is I like to go to the museums. There is so much to see. There's something for everyone. Even for someone like me who doesn't like to spend a ton of time in museums, I like to kind of hop around and go and see my favorite exhibits. So, like, let's just pretend, let's just make a pretend day. So, um, I love the Victoria and Albert Museum. There's tons of stuff in there. You can totally get lost, but there's beautiful, beautiful exhibits on. Most of the time, the exhibits are free. Sometimes they have exhibits that are paid, but not generally too expensive, but sometimes I will say they do sell out. So if it's like a last minute rainy day, you probably won't get into the paid exhibits, but there's still tons to see. They have beautiful jewelry on exhibit. They have a bunch of different other galleries. They have like modern, more like modern time furniture and things, and of course a lot of older items as well. I even love wandering through the silver section. One of the exhibits that just blows my mind is they have a set for children, a little child's silver set. Because I guess, back in the day when it was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, children were given replica silver sets to learn about polite society. So it's really, really kind of cool, really mind blowing. But there's tons of other museums. There's National Portrait Gallery, which is pretty centrally located and easy to get to. And there's a British Museum. They're all super easy to access either by bus or the tube. So it's probably my first favorite thing or one of my top faves to do. There's also tons of shopping, of course. You can wander around Piccadilly area. There's one of the oldest bookstores here is Hatchard's. I love Hatchard's. I'm a big book person. I would love to have a library at home, but I digress. It's got, I think, like 4 different levels of books that you can just wander the shelves and just explore. It's got this wonderful staircase in the center, and it's a beautiful, beautiful vibe. It's been around for, I think, 1790 something. I would have to double check the sign, so don't quote me on that, but it's been around since the late 1700s. A really cool bookstore, tons of fun. I always recommend people do that. And there's tons of other shops though in Piccadilly area to go peruse, and like 1 or 2 streets over is a little bit more of like a high-end street. So if you're into a little more high-end shopping, we got that there too. And if you're into more of like a thrift store, the Hunt, I also love to go to the charity shops here in the UK. There's like Royal Trinity Hospice, there's Farah, I think that's how you pronounce it, charity shops, and there's tons of those located around. It's fun to go over towards like the Kensington side and see what people have donated there. You find a lot of higher end items for really affordable prices. One of my favorite, Farah, I think it's Farah, I don't know, it might be Farah, I apologize. But one of my favorite locations is actually not too far from Euston Station. I think it's Islington, and just tons of stuff. You can find so many wonderful secondhand clothes in good condition. Some need a little bit of love. I've been known to take home some that need a little bit of love, like maybe the moths got to them, but it's easy enough to repair a hole. So all that to say, I do love the shopping. I think it's fun. It's something to get you out of the rain and just explore. Another thing I love to do is I love to do like coffee shop hopping. There's obviously tons. There's your big box like chain stores like a Costa or a Starbucks or a Pret or a let's do a Nero Cafe. You can find them anywhere, but there's also tons of little hidey holes that you can find as well. And some of those I just absolutely, I just adore. There's one that's not too far from Hatchard's, and it's up a little alleyway. It's called Coffee. And I love going there every time I'm in London. They have a great chai. I'm actually not a coffee drinker, fun fact, but they have a great chai. It's a tiny little place, great atmosphere. Wi-Fi if you need it. And I actually have been there just about every time I'm in London because I love it so much. So recommend on doing that. And there's also, at afternoon tea. If you've never experienced afternoon tea, there's plenty of places that do it. Highly recommend that as well. It's just a fun, very like English experience to do. I've done it once. I did it at Fordham and Mason. Pardon me, a little cough there. Still a little under the weather. It's a little bit higher end. I guess you could say maybe a little more pricey, but was certainly fun. Enjoyed the experience. It was something that I didn't plan on doing again, so I didn't mind spending a little bit more money. But all that to say, that's another option that you can do as well if you want to just get in and get out of the rain. And of course, there's tons of other things you can do that are inside and out of the rain. You can go to the Tower of London. That's still partially outside, but they do have things to do in stores. You can go to Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge, I think, is super fun. I've done it once. I wished I'd done it sooner. And then would probably go again someday, but that's another one that I love to do as well. And then if you're not super afraid of the rain, maybe it's more misting than raining. I still like to just walk around. It's just kind of fun. It's a different experience, and as long as you're bundled for it and prepped for it, it's just kind of a cool thing to do, to experience. I don't know, it's kind of very like England to be out in the rain and the cold. But yeah, those are kind of my top ones, just off tippy top of my head. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about? Oh my God, it's like the most obvious. Go to a show. You have the opportunity and it's raining and you're like, I don't want to be outside. I would rather be indoors where it's warm. Go to a show. And a lot of times if you plan it right, you can do a matinee and you can do an evening show. Just check the length of the show times. Sometimes you can go to a show that's a little bit shorter. Say for example, you go to something, say like 6, which is a pretty short show. And then later you can go to another show in the evening. So it's another way to get out of the rain, see something new. I'm sorry, my voice is giving out. I'm pushing through. This is not my best video. I'm so sorry. So I think because my voice is giving out, I'm going to cut it there. As always, super excited you guys are here. I'm sorry this wasn't better. Maybe I'll write a blog article about it, which will be better than my dying voice. And yeah, as always, check out the links that I post. There's not enough. I'm working on making more, but always excited to have you guys here and see where this goes. And hopefully my voice will be better tomorrow. So I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.